I'm going to show you today how to fit an RP2A brush seal to stop draft coming in underneath an internal door. The purpose of doing this is to zone out an unconditioned space of the home from the regular conditioned area of the home. The RP2A's 19mm brush is made to go over hard surfaces such as tiling. Typically, this would be the wet areas such as the laundry, bathroom, toilet or ensuite. It's an inexpensive draft seal that comes in bronze, silver and gold. It can be easily fitted to either side of an internal door. It should be used in conjunction with a perimeter seal such as draft dodgers for doors, which stop draft around the tops and the sides of the doors. Because the RP2A is self-adhesive, it's important that the surface of your door is smooth enough for the adhesive to be effective. If the bottom surface of your door is not straight or is rough to feel, then we recommend screw fixing to help hold the brush firmly in place. If the gap between the door and the floor is more than 20mm, then the RP2A is not appropriate, and you should consider using an RP15 which has a longer 25mm brush. But most of the time the RP2A is just fine. So let's get started. You will need your RP2A, isowipe alcohol wipes or a microfiber cloth with methylated spirits, a measuring tape, a pencil, side cutters or pliers, a hacksaw and miter box. There are 4 steps to installing the RP2A. Step 1 is to check the sweep of the door to ensure the RP2A is the appropriate choice. The way to do this is to measure the distance from the door to the floor on the latch side. Measure when the door is closed and then measure as the door opens fully. A reducing gap means the floor level is higher at the point that the door is open. This will make the brush seal drag more on the floor as the door opens, and this makes the door difficult to close and put stress on the brush, which may cause the adhesive to fail. So be sure to check this first. Step 2 is to clean the surface of the door. To maximise the effectiveness of the adhesive on the back of the RP2A, it's absolutely crucial that the surface is clean. Isowipes are really good for cleaning the surface, but if you don't have those on hand, a microfiber cloth and some methylated spirits also works well. Step 3 is to measure and cut the RP2A to length. Measure the full width of the door and mark the RP2A with your pencil. Often you can simply hold your RP2A against the door. To cut the RP2A, remove the brush from the carrier, as this is cut separately. Cutting the carrier and the brush together will cause the bristles to fall out. Cut the aluminium carrier using your hacksaw and miter box. Slide the brush back into the carrier and align one end. With your side cutters or pliers, pull the brush out about 2mm and snip the end of the brush. Cutting in this way crimps the steel, sealing the slot so that the bristles can't fall out. Bend the brush section in a snake-like fashion and push it back into the carrier. The curved snake shape you've made will help the brush friction fit into the carrier, holding it in place. I like to be absolutely sure that the brush won't slip out, so I squeeze together each end of the carrier with pliers. Step 4 is to fit the RP2A to the door. Test fit the RP2A to the bottom of the door to ensure that it's the right length, and now you're ready to fit. Begin by removing about 10 centimeters of liner from each end of the RP2A. I like to use a knife to help me find the end of the liner. Gently tack it onto the door. If you're not happy with the position, simply unstick it and reposition. Continue removing the liner from each end until the liner is fully removed. Sometimes the floor has a slight dip in it, so as you're pulling the liner out towards the centre, you may choose to place some downward pressure on the brush to follow that curve of the floor. To activate the adhesive, push along the entire length of the RP2A twice. This will ensure it bonds properly with the surface of the door. And there you have it, an easy to install, inexpensive brush seal that'll help keep your heating and cooling where it counts, making your home more comfortable, cheaper to run, and better for the environment too.